What's incredible is this fragrance was created during a time in which at one time or two in our lives, we may reach a crossroad when our lives come full circle. Difficult decisions have to be made, which can be life-altering for all involved. It can be temporary or forever. I won't delve much into one's personal life. If you subscribe to Bruno's emails, you will have some sort of an idea about what had transpired when it comes to aging parents. In times of crisis or a life experience, we tend to cope differently, and in this case, creativity and passion was the tool. And with DEIXIS being the result of that, this chapter in Bruno's life was both sad and triumphant. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Coloniano D, and welcome back to my Generation X Olfactory Experience. Today I will be reviewing what I call a special blend. DEIXIS, this 2025 limited release. 100 bottles were initially released by FZOTIC, Bruno Fazzolari. And yeah, so you had to be one of the lucky ones. I consider myself one of the lucky ones for getting this bottle. So here we have DEIXIS, the latest limited release or direct drop. There is a possibility of a next drop, so keep your eye out on it. This is a very exceptional fragrance. DEIXIS is in the Umaguma range. Now, when I say in the Umaguma range, the scent profile is in the same scent profile as Umaguma. That rich, smoky, dark, vanillic. In this case, this one is tobacco. And Umaguma, let me show you. This one is the classic Bruno release. There's the old bottle. This is actually my second one. And look how much of this I used. I used this a lot in the fall and the winter. Really, really nice. I have quite a few Bruno fragrances. And usually the art inside the packaging accompanies the fragrance. And that's the Umaguma art, if you're familiar with it. Really, really nice. And this one, which I'm laying sideways because it doesn't stay upright. It's crooked, it falls down, and this is what's inside. This one is a little bit more minimal as far as the art is concerned. And there's a little warning about DEIXIS staining some fabrics. The juice is so dark, it's just incredible. It's really nice. So this is not an Umaguma comparison. This is just to let you know, if you like that scent profile and you love Umaguma, you're going to love DEIXIS. So, Umaguma is tobacco focused as to where DEIXIS is labdanum focused. And let me show you the bottle. Really, really nice. There's the black lettering. And it's 30 ml. There's that really dark juice, so there's a little warning inside that sleeve that says may stain lighter material for most part. At one time, Bruno was concerned about the focus, and I mentioned the emails. Bruno talked about this in his emails. He was concerned about the font, the way the black font clashes with the juice. You see it? And Bruno decided to leave it, which I think, personally, is really a great idea. He made a great decision in keeping it, and it looks great, and I think it also looks mysterious. So, all right, so here are the notes to DEIXIS. We have labdanum, vanilla, sandalwood, styrax, a gorgeous frankincense. So let me give a quick spray and get a refresher here. This is my scent of the day. I applied this around 7-ish this morning. Oh yeah, that top. Oh my goodness. Right at the top, we get that intense blast of labdanum and vanilla. Oh, and that incense. The olibanum, the frankincense. Ah, it's sweet. Almost a touch boozy, maybe a little fruity in there. I'm getting something sweet, that vanilla. Ah, really, really nice. Now we're in gourmand range here, but this at the opening, but not so much a cool weather gourmand. Neither is umaguma, actually. And some say umaguma is a gourmand. These are more gourmand slash in the oriental range. It's very addictive at the top. When you start smelling this, yeah, that booziness, a little bit of booziness, that frankincense, the vanilla. Oh, this is really nice. And if you hear me muffle on my lapel mic, again, I apologize, but this is where I keep it when I do my reviews. And when I apply fragrances and, I'm smelling my arm, it may rub against the microphone a bit. So I do apologize on that part. Now, from the top, as we move away from the top, because like I said, it's my scent of the day, the intensity starts to lessen a bit and become smooth and creamy with some woods. Still big on the vanilla and sweet. Ah, yeah, really good. I'm doing this review with my cup of coffee. Cheers. And DEIXIS then starts to warm a bit and become somewhat ambery. Okay, so that top, that boozy, sweet, resinous frankincense top starts to lessen a bit, and then we have that ambery warmth that starts to move in, and that's where I'm at in my second to third hour of my wearing. Really nice. There's a slight hint of leather, a little bit of leather. More than likely from the labdanum. This labdanum, you can get a little leathery essence out of it, if that's what you would call it. As DEIXIS moves further into its development, the vanilla and frankincense, which is olibanum, start to intermingle. So you're getting that nice vanilla. Now, mind you, this is not a sweet vanilla. This is very, very well done. And it's resinous, it's balsamic, and then that creamy sandalwood starts to move in. So it's a slight leathery, some sweet, some vanilla, some frankincense. It's a little ambery, it's warm, it's really, really, really nice. Oh, I love DEIXIS. DEIXIS is vanilla focused for most part at this point. So we're getting a lot of vanilla, and like I said, it's not a harsh, it's not a sweet, it's almost like a vanilla bourbon. A vanilla bourbon, because it has that little booziness in there. There's a slight creamy booziness to the vanilla, but not sharp or overly sweet. Really nice. This fragrance is blended very well, so the way the notes just intermingle, it's really nice. It flows. It flows. Now, as we get into the dry down, with the frankincense kicking in, the frankincense, it comes off as smoky sometimes, and when that intense smokiness from the frankincense moves away, it becomes a little sweeter, and I wouldn't say it's aromatic, but it's bright. It kind of brightens it up a bit. It's really nice. It's the type of olibanum or frankincense you would find in maybe Raja's Kingdom of Bahrain. Very good quality labdanum. The labdanum, vanilla, and frankincense are definitely the stars here. And that's where you're at. So throughout the duration, the rest of the duration of the wearing, you get that nice, creamy, smooth. The frankincense, the vanilla, it's really, really nice. So we go from really extreme at the top with the booziness, and then it starts to smooth out, and towards the end you get that nice vanilla, the labdanum. It's resinous, it's balsamic, that frankincense and the woods, the creamy sandalwood. That's the flow of this fragrance. So this fragrance develops very well. As far as originality is concerned, this has been done before. This is something Bruno needed in his fragrance portfolio. His most recent releases have been, summery floral, sweet floral types. This one is more edgier. This is really, really nice, and it's fantastic. And this is definitely what I needed from Bruno in my fragrance wardrobe. And I have numerous FZOTIC releases, and they are stellar fragrances. So if you have not put your nose to any Bruno releases, some were released recently or are being discontinued or vaulted. Try to get your nose on some of Bruno's fragrances. And this is a prep for when the next batch of these are released. This is really something I really do think you should have in your wardrobe. And that's pretty much my review. Do you have this? I don't know if there are any samples available. If you know someone who has this, and they sprayed a couple of spritzes in a little vial for you to sample it. This is a blind buy. There are no samples available, and it is a limited release. So I think you can't go wrong with this if you did do a blind buy. So that's my review of DEIXIS, a limited release, direct drop by FZOTIC, Bruno Fazzolari. Once again, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I will absolutely see you next time. Thanks.